Okay, so here we're going to look at this spill. The exact moment it occurred is not clearly visible. But because the spill itself wasn't just a spill, it was a procedure. Okay, so these guys are actively trying to pull the bus over top of a fuel tank that's embedded in the ground and drain the fuel tank from the motor coach into their tank fill. Now that tank fill is where fuel trucks would arrive. You know, it's on par with what you'd see at a gas station. It's a about 3.5, 4-inch diameter hole in the ground for them to hit. Throughout this process, obviously, that didn't happen. You'll see people laying down in the street. Up here, I mean, they're in the street. So that's when they say, you know, that I'm in their way. It's because not only do they have this enormous property to use, but they also utilize the public streets themselves for their own operation. Now, moving on, question being, you know, why is this such a big deal? Well, to be honest, it wouldn't be such a big deal if it wasn't for just how public this activity is. And as we move ahead a little bit, we're going to see that there's an inordinate amount of traffic, foot traffic, back in this alley. People, children, all walking past somebody with an air hose here in a rush to get this vehicle pumped back up so they can gain some more access underneath there. Again, not a lone incident. When we see more people and children walking by, you know, and that this is all while oil dry is being scattered about. These sort of panic-stricken behavior. The idea of this reaction, the fact that this is nothing more than damage control no matter what you do. And the fact is that this was not some random accident. This vehicle leaked yesterday morning. They decided to bring it to this location and perform this dicey tank drain into an underground tank. So, yes, there was an encounter. A few hours later, that also led to the arrival of the police department. Right about here. Not my call. Which ended the same way. I'm well within my rights. But moving on to what happened when that vehicle sat there all day and apparently they did some kind of repairs and wanted to restart it again. Well, we're going to see that same method that continuously gets employed here. Somebody comes out with a ladder, a can of starting fluid, and because of the air in the fuel lines, starting the vehicle is very difficult. It's probably the best time I've ever seen it illustrated. But right here's a plume. Just more of the same. Piss poor repairs, environmental spills and disasters, plumes of noxious fumes and loud noises that are associated with all of this, and an overwhelming attitude that yours truly is somehow the problem in all this. More to come.